Jon Jones, man, what the hell? Had a big fight against pretty much the last remaining solid competition to the light heavyweight belt against Daniel Cormier last Saturday, and it's now revealed that Jon Jones tested positive for taking cocaine back in early December. Now, this news was discovered. It was known by UFC, it was known by Dana White before the fight happened, and they willingly allowed the fight to go on. Actually, not willingly, they couldn't stop it. The reason why they couldn't stop it is the Athletic Gaming Commission in Nevada, the same commission that governs boxing, also governs MMA, has a little caveat, a little side clause in that as long as the substance you take isn't within fight time, then it's okay. This was a random drug test that was given to Jon Jones back in early December. There's an arbitrary time, I think it's like 48 to 60 something hours before a fight. If you test positive there, it's considered an infraction that strips you from the fight, strips you from your ability to fight. This happened to Julio Cesar Chavez Jr. back in 2012. He was in a fight and tested positive for marijuana the night of the fight. He was fined $900,000 and had to serve a 9-month suspension. Jon Jones tested positive for cocaine weeks prior to a fight. You know how much he's going to get fined? $0. You know how many days he's going to be suspended? 0 days. How fair is that? Well, you know what? I really don't give a shit about what drugs people take or whatever, but if you're going to have this process of random drug testing and test for certain drugs, what is the point of testing for them if finding them means nothing? Why does the Athletic Commission in Nevada test for cocaine outside of fight time, outside that 50, whatever, 60-hour time frame before a fight? Why did they give him that random drug test in the beginning of December? Oh, we tested positive for cocaine, John. We're gonna do nothing. It makes no sense. And now the biggest bullshit on top of all of this is Jon Jones went on, he took another test after that, right before the fight, tested clean, so he's allowed to go on the fight. It's like, oh boy, you stopped doing coke for the rest of the month. Good on you, John. But now after the fight, after he fought Daniel Cormier, and granted, Daniel Cormier was coming into this fight with an undefeated record. Daniel Cormier ends up losing. Now, the next day after the fight, Jon Jones checks himself into rehab. Why? You just passed the drug test. You're off the coke. Why do you need to go into rehab now? Oh, to save face because you knew this was coming out? This is such a tremendous pile of bullshit. It's like, what? Oh, he's obviously kicked the habit. He's not doing coke anymore. Oh, wait. What's that, John? You don't want to go into rehab after you test positive? After you get caught guilty with your hand in the cookie jar? You want to say, oh, no, wait. Let me get this fight in. Okay, the fight's in. I won. Okay, now I'll go to rehab. What a nice guy. What a great guy. I'm sure Daniel Cormier likes having his undefeated record broken because of this. Oh, my God. I love Jon Jones as a fighter too, but this is just such a colossal pile of bullshit on so many levels. And Dana White in this is in such a hard spot because there's nothing he could do. He knew about this test result back in early December. He knew Jon Jones tested positive for coke. But the thing is, Dana had to know this was going to be made public because the commission's findings always become public. If that's the case, why didn't Dana White stop the fight? I know he legally couldn't. He legally couldn't because Jon Jones had a binding contract in the fight and Jon Jones would be able to sue Dana White in the UFC for pulling this fight out from underneath of him. But if he couldn't stop the fight, why couldn't he just throw Jon Jones right under the bus? Now, I'm all against bosses throwing their grunts, if you will, under the bus. But if there's a time that validates it, and if Dana White couldn't do anything to stop this fight, Why not just say, you know, we're troubled that a test result just came back in just make this press conference in early December that Jon Jones tested positive for cocaine and there's nothing I can do about it. I can't pull him from the fight. The gaming commission, the athletic commission in Nevada doesn't allow me to, you know, pull him from the fight unless this positive test came within fight time. Why didn't Dana White do that? I mean, Jesus Christ. I know a lot of people hate Jon Jones to begin with. I love Jon Jones. I love what he does for the sport. I love the level he fights at. There's no one left in the light heavyweight division to even challenge him other than a bunch of rematches and tomato cans that he's going to cut through. Like Daniel Cormier, that was the last big contender. But Jon Jones does, and all the people that call him an asshole, I just see him knowing how to sell the business, knowing how to sell MMA. Because you didn't hear a peep of this wise ass, this smart ass, this trash talking piece of shit that everyone labels him at. You didn't see that shit early on in his career. He just knew how to spit game when he was on top of the world in MMA. And that's what he's doing right now. He's just selling the sport. But anyway, I don't even know whether I should hate Jon Jones for this because it's the athletic commission's fault for having these just iffy-tiffy rules. That's like, okay, we're going to test you for cocaine, but if you get caught, it doesn't matter. Like, what is the point of the random drug tests then? What is the point of it, of giving it to him in early December? It makes no sense. None. It's like, oh, we found coke in your system. Perhaps you should stop doing that before it gets near fight time. Oh, okay, lesson learned. And by the way, I will go to rehab after this fight, after I end some guy's undefeated streak. Fuck. Oh. Broke my New Year's resolution. Shit. Anyway. Jeez. It's just disappointing. On top of that, a guy that was arrested for DUI earlier in the year is now snorting booger sugar? Like, what is this guy doing? Like, the sky is the limit for you. Why are you messing around with this shit? Jon Jones, man, what the hell, man? And this whole shit with the gaming commission, the athletic commission, and testing for stuff that doesn't matter. Like, what's the point? Anyway, I'm sure Daniel Cormier is very happy about this. I'm sure he's really happy. Have a good day, guys.